Hello everyone, and welcome back to Navigating the Periphery. My name is Debra, and normally my son Philip is here with me, but today I am flying solo. How is everyone doing today? If you're into what we're doing on this channel, please stick around and hit that like and subscribe button. We want to try and get our message out there and reach and help as many people as we can. Navigating the Periphery, we are trying to stop the stigma of a mental health diagnosis, one show at a time. And if you know anyone out there who could benefit from watching this channel, please help spread the word. It's like Philip was here. Remember, it's okay not to feel or be okay all the time. You are not alone. We are here. And a quick disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. Our channel is for information and education purposes only, and Philip and I always speak to you guys out there from his personal life experience with his OCD, GAD, and his schizoaffective disorder, and I speak from the parent's perspective of having a child with a complex mental illness and my experience navigating through that. So please refer to our full disclaimer at the end of this video and every episode that we put out. Today's episode is a very personal one for me. I am going to navigate the periphery of preparing for the future when you have a disabled child. The fears, the worries, the stress, all of it. Parents always worry about the welfare of their children, even when their children begin to live their own independent lives. It is not difficult to imagine the fears and anxieties experienced by parents of adults with mental illness. Their biggest fear is that no one will take care of their child after they are gone, and that is my biggest fear in life. These past few months have been going quite well, considering where we have been. We have had many more positive moments than negative ones. Maybe that is why, after Philip's issue with his medication Lamictal a few months back, the obsessive throat clearing and the anxiety, his normal obsessive compulsive behavior, and the thoughts of his future took hold of me so tightly. In these moments, all I see are the blurry images of his future. They create sadness and fear so strong that it nearly brings me to my knees, while the sobs escape my chest and the tears stream down my cheeks. Sadly, it is an image that too many special needs parents face. The unknown future of a child with a disability that has no cure, yet holds an incredibly positive promise with the right treatment. But what happens if or when the medications begin not to work again? What happens if I'm no longer around when this occurs? If I'm able to remove the fear, I do believe that his future will still be one of happy adventures and independent successes. How he gets to that future is full of questions, and what he misses along the way is vast. My fears are very real right now. I know any special needs parent reading this understands. Having an adult child with a complex mental illness is very difficult. I remind myself daily that nobody, no matter how healthy, has a truly clear picture of the future. For some, the path will be relatively straight and focused. For others, like Philip, my hope is as the haze fades with each passing day. While it's important to look ahead, seeing the overall goal, it is more important for me to focus on what we have and what we can do to continue the positive path we are currently on. Time may not always be on our side, but we cannot do anything to stop it. And that is why there is so much fear as a special needs parent. If you are in your mid to late 50s or older, which I am, and have a disabled adult child living at home, you are part of the first generation whose disabled kids may well outlive them. Maybe, like me, you're beginning to feel your age. Maybe your health and strength are failing. Your child has been the center of your life for decades and depends on you to be the buffer between them and the world. One day you wake up and realize you're faced with a new and frightening dilemma. Who will provide the same love and care when you are too old or frail or sick to manage, or when you're gone? This scares me to death. It's a familiar worry for every parent of an adult child with intellectual disabilities or mental illness. It's time. You have given your child the gift of a loving family life well into adulthood. Now it's time to give that child and you the security that comes with having some idea of what the future will bring. You don't have a choice about it, eventually dying. You do have at least some choices about how to best provide care for the adult child you're leaving behind. You are not alone if you find this enormously difficult, even to think about. Your life has been entangled with your child's for so long that it's hard to sort out whose needs are whose. Maybe it breaks your heart to think about how difficult it will be for your child to adapt to a new situation. Maybe you worry whether any program can provide enough protection or can see your child's complicated medical and emotional needs. Or, like many parents, you are so overwhelmed by the thought of dealing with the bureaucracy called human services, you're finding it hard to get up the energy to put plans in motion. Nonetheless, your job as a parent isn't over. Without a plan, your child could be emotionally traumatized by losing everything at once: the parent, a home, and all that is familiar, if you suddenly become disabled or die. Loving your child now means beginning the process of letting go. Your child needs your support in transitioning to whatever will come next. You need the peace of mind and the relief that can come with knowing that your child will be safe and cared for. Planning for the future is a lengthy process. Fortunately, lots of people have already paved the way, so you don't need to figure it all out for yourself. You've met countless challenges to bring your child this far. With the support of family and other parents, and with some good professional help, you can meet this one too. I am not going to go into the entire estate planning stuff because that varies so much from state to state, as do any services or housing that may be available for your adult child when it's time. I am sure you parents out there, if your child is on disability, you have explored options for housing, expenses, and care. And if you haven't or need help, you can reach out to me via direct message on our Instagram or Facebook profiles. I get the fear and anxiety with this, believe me. I know this is not an easy topic. Continue to work on increasing your child's independence to whatever extent possible. Philip and I have been trying to work on that lately. I am very guilty of being a helicopter mom, and I've always had to advocate for Philip. I mean, he was diagnosed at 8 years old. So, between doctor's appointments and specialized school services, I have always had to navigate the playing field, in the classroom or anywhere else. We actually did an episode about services and accommodations in a school setting, and I will leave that in the description box below. Anyway, back to gaining independence. Philip and I are exploring options for when I am no longer around, which is hard because it's traumatizing for him and increases his depression a lot. But it is something that's inevitable. You've supported your child and cared for your child and advocated for your child and loved your child into adulthood. You're probably exhausted. You may be scared. Taking the next step is a lot to think about, but worrying about the future won't help you or your child. Embracing the challenge of planning for the future will. Like I said, please reach out to me if you need to. The links to our socials are down below. I know it's not going to be easy. Please remember, it's okay not to feel or be okay all the time. You guys are not alone, especially your parents out there. I am here. And that here at Navigating the Periphery, we're trying to stop the stigma of a mental health diagnosis one show at a time. So as a parent, if you need anything, please reach out. I've been through the mill as far as school, accommodations, disability, all of it. And I know it is not easy. Please take care, reach out, and until we see you again in our next episode coming really soon, try to continue helping your child gain the independence. We are not always going to be here. It is inevitable. So please be kind to each other, take care, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye for now.